following the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got enough. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals have retaken a third-quarter lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5 now. Fields. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. That's a gain of 4.
That's complete. Left side to Bateman. And he's got Rome. Touchdown. Rashad Bateman. 33 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from taking the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the third. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least some. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Check, 59, 59. Watch the twist.
Fields on third down. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They snap it to Fields, being chased out left. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a hole to avoid the contact. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Back to throw. Fields flushed out right. This will be caught at about the 5. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Nelson Aguilar from 6 yards away. And the Ravens will add to their 4th quarter lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Back to Mixon on first down.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Again, it's Mixon. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he's got this down to the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. Now it's Burrow.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Again, it's Burrow on second and 10. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Here we go.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Mixon is in. Touchdown, Bengals. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
They'll try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And as a fan of the NFL, not much more you could hope for in this divisional round matchup. Tie game, fourth quarter. A lot of these fans with their hearts in their throats waiting to see what happens here. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. From the gun, here's Fields. Into the hands of Beckham.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. off the draw. Here's Williams. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Fields. Dobbins with it. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. All eyes on Fields. Completes it to Aguilar. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. The Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Fields. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This to almost certainly win the football game. Tucker's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. Well, sometimes you get a mismatch in these divisional round games. Not here. This has been everything we could have hoped for.
Okay, Brandon, don't get mad at me, but it's time for the old cliche.
Bring it.
Neither of these teams deserves to lose, but in the end, it's looking like the late field goal is going to be the difference in this game.
That's a good cliche. We'll let that one go. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Throwing, Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
The Ravens going to move on to another week in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA.